talking all that bullshit. I'ma put it to you like this, yo.
This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me. I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
What is poppin', everybody? And welcome back to another special episode of the Only Friends podcast. Well, you know, it's me and my only friends, which includes, but is not limited to, the one that you're going to vote for on November 4th. 5th. Jeff Platt.
You guys like this?
That
like
is amazing.
Yeah? Platt
Yes.
Hanks 24. Do we have your votes?
That
you got my vote.
All
I'll
right.
be there on the 4th.
That's the ticket. I got to tell you.
Well, I don't know.
boy.
I'm going to withhold my
Here
very,
comes Mr. Contrarian.
Yeah.
very precious, very valuable vote.
Very valuable in Nevada.
Perhaps for somebody who shows up on goddamn time.
Dick, can you believe
That's
it?
why he's the vice president,
Yeah, I'm
not the
running
president.
the
you
show.
see.
That is,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
President
Right.
Platt. and
Platt
his,
is obviously at the top of the ticket.
That's right. I send Hanks to the ceremonial events, but he has no real say in any policy.
Yeah. He's to get those the northern western New York vote.
Right. Exactly. He's just here for New York. Yeah, we really need New York. And so
Hanks
that's
is
why
everyman,
Hanks is-
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hanks is the man
he
of the
relates
people.
to all people.
Yeah.
Like he's a little bit
that's
late
true.
here and there, you know. You're
Yeah.
professional, on time, you get things done.
True pro.
Yeah, true pro. And then Hanks is just kind of like the guy that you really need to have to relate to everyone else. that's not
Everybody
a true
likes
friend.
him. You know, who dislikes Hanks?
Right.
Yeah, and I don't really have a lot of room to talk about being late. I mean, I'm not exactly the most punctual human on earth, but when you got the heart out at 1,
Yeah, that's true.
phone it in from the road. Let's hear Hanks from the 215.
Yeah, he said he's stuck on the 215.
Be great coverage.
Right.
Live from the 215.
Live from the 215. We got an accident update.
Again.
215 in Tropicana. We have a 4-car pile up. Brent Hanks pulling up the rear in his diesel fucking. What's he driving these
I think he
days?
got a Tahoe now.
Way too big of a.
Every time I see him, he has a different vehicle.
Very
Yeah,
rich.
he very rich, that Hanks. Yeah, probably because he's such a sharp.
He's got 15 kids, so he needs to really get a
Such a
huge
sharp,
vehicle.
yeah.
Right.
Hanks and his
Very Mormon.
weekend warrior.
Hanks
real
with the
sharp.
old 5-team teasers have really
yeah,
come in.
the old 7.5
Plentiful
everywhere.
for him.
So
Sharp as a spoon.
Catch me up because I haven't been sweating closely enough. What happened this past weekend? I somehow, God willing, lost my fucking lock of the century of the week parlay with Skeens, who I didn't realize was only throwing 2 innings. Really?
No, they won
really,
that.
Yeah, they
Still
won it.
won.
Yeah, they fucking won it. But man, what a dull fucking bet that was. I took they were a favorite. They were a
Yeah, that
favorite
was
with
wild.
Skeens throwing 2 innings. Did no one get the memo, I guess?
They weren't a favorite.
I took them at minus
No, it was
one.
plus 115.
115,
That's what you got him.
Oh.
Remember, because you were saying, you're like, how this is great. I think you thought you were sharp because you're like, how is Skeens pitching? And they're a dog. Like, that's just a lock to take. And then it was just like,
well, that's why.
Yeah, see, the people that made the lines kind of knew that he was only going to pitch 2 innings.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, I lucked out on that one. And then I got fucked, obviously, because
Yep.
the NFL is out against the Steelers.
Clearly.
Oh, yeah, that's what's going on.
TJ
the
Watt
NFL is
held-
against the Steelers.
Held on
Literally every play.
literally every play.
Literally everyone.
Literally.
How else do you
tell
stop TJ Watt?
Right. It was just 3 guys on the line bear hugging him.
Right.
It was embarrassing. The league should be disgraced.
Minka
gets called for a phantom fucking roughing.
So dumb.
Changes the entire whatever.
We also made a couple mistakes.
Maybe we
Maybe
we
George
centered
Pickens
it over his
dropped,
head.
fumbling the ball on the 5-yard line. That kind of hurt.
That was unlucky. But anyway,
That was very unlucky.
so I ran bad to lose mine, of course. But
You and Matt Hunt together, run batters.
Yeah, Matt Hunt's run really bad on the pitch.
Sports betting.
I mean, I'm still winning this year. Hunt, on the other hand, that's a totally different story. Him and Hanks still pulling up the rear. Did Hanks?
I mean, Hunt keeps telling us he's playing these 3-leg parlays, and he's like, "Oh my God, you guys just don't believe how bad I'm running." We're like, "It's a 3-leg parlay. These these tend to be fairly difficult to hit.
Where tie is an option nonetheless.
Right.
He's like, yeah, well, he's so unlucky because the games he bet on have 3 outcomes where ours only have 2. Right. So he only has a 33% chance instead of a 50% chance.
And he's parlaying them.
As if the odds that you get on it aren't built into that.
Right.
But Hanks and
okay, so
last.
Hanksy's how much is he betting this week?
175, baby, half of what he got.
We can wait until he gets here to actually get into that, but
on the ropes.
So you're saying his 5-teamer didn't come through last week?
It did not. I mean, he had Packers, right?
Yeah.
And they were down 28-0 with 2 quarters in.
And that's when he said, I still have hope.
they did make a run, but I think he lost a couple legs of that.
Didn't work out too well for him, but
okay.
That's what he
He went back to his old tricks.
Yeah, he did even go the teaser route, I mean,
he went
usually
he did.
I'm saying, usually that would, help him a little bit. Maybe he should take some advice from you, Jeff. You seem to be a bit sharp.
Just a bit, we had
Did he just
Navy.
come in here slamming doors and singing songs?
That's the
Hanksy way.
The Hanksy way.
That's
yeah,
the Hanksy hustle.
He wouldn't be singing if he saw the standings.
Announce his presence with authority, of
Could
course.
you put those standings on the screen, please?
Sure, no problem.
He doesn't know the gate code. This is his 10th week in a row coming here.
Hello, Mr. Hanks.
What up, buddy?
Oh, man.
We were just talking about your phenomenal performance in Weekend Warrior so far.
Hello, Jeff.
Hey, baby.
Nice shirt, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look great.
Vote for you any day.
My vape's still here?
It's still there.
Right where I left it.
Yeah.
You vape?
Sure, the wife would be thrilled about that one.
Learn something new every day.
Ooh, ears popping. A little elevation in here.
Up 1 flight of stairs.
You're going to move a smidge,
we're on the air,
to
by
your
the way.
right, if you like. This is the type of professionalism that you can expect from the one and only Brent Hanks, lead content guy, I guess, from PokerGo. This is right on level with Nick Wright. I don't know how you don't have your own show by now.
By the way, Nick just turned the headphones working great. Can almost hear something.
You should have seen us. You should have seen us pre-production. We were
Thank you, Guap.
scrambling. Make sure you guys can hear.
Oh,
This is great.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh, wow. If
You
we
got
only
the
had
camera on there?
No, we don't.
No, smart.
This would be a nice shot.
We have a lot of BTS
Good,
going
yeah.
on right now.
So Nick Wright
Yeah.
just turned 40 years young.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Nick Wright.
Happy
Over
birthday.
the hill,
Birthday.
they call it.
No, that's 50.
They don't.
I think it's 50.
We're older than
Oh.
him, so that's a tough. Move a little to your right if you don't mind. Let's get you in frame.
Approaching the hill.
There you go. Yeah, he's meandering around the hill, if you will. When are we going to get Nick Wright on the show?
He is coming out in November, right?
He's coming for a little of
Poker Stars?
NAPT.
He'll be here for the NAPT. I rumor is that he and Gronk will be playing in the cash game, the big game. Yeah,
That's true.
Gronk's got to be a hell of a player.
I'm sure.
We had his brother at CPT, you remember?
Great player.
He's just like Gronk. He is Gronk.
Yeah.
And he was great. I mean, he was
Yeah.
entertaining.
He takes his cocktail.
I thought that was going somewhere.
He puts it between his bicep and his forearm, his mixed drink, and every time just
down the
chugs
hatch.
it.
Yeah.
That's an impressive skill.
Gronk.
Did you guys see the basically behind the scenes thing where everybody at ESPN basically ran a prank on Gronk, and they thought Gronk thought they were live, and he was like, "Hey, the Dallas Cowboys have this guy coming back. We're really excited about him, blah, blah, blah." And Gronk had to play it off like he knew who this person was. And everybody was in on it. It was so fucking good. And Gronk's just right after they told him, dude, I was waiting for the camera to go up and tell you, I don't know who the fuck this is.
That's amazing.
That's
So good.
incredible. How was your drive here, Brent?
Little hectic.
Yeah.
215's
A little backed up.
stuffy.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
little backed up myself. I understand.
I've been into Metamucil.
Oh yeah, how's that? How's that going for you?
Great.
I got you cleaned
Every
out.
night.
Every night.
Yeah.
I thought-
Sugar-free Metamucil.
I thought maybe instead of the
Is that
Metamucil,
the powder you put into water and stir it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I thought maybe instead of the Metamucil, you would get back on the Master Cleanse.
Did that a few times.
Yeah,
didn't I?
as you once tried to convince me of, because the maple syrup as you explained to me.
Cayenne pepper.
And the cayenne pepper, it sticks to all the toxins.
Dynamic duo. Vote for them for president.
I think this is what Landon
Vice
is on,
president,
because
vice
the other
president.
day I saw him in the kitchen taking a carton of egg whites, pouring maple syrup into it, and then drinking it.
That's just delicious.
Yeah, it's a nice little tasty snack.
Wait, you're saying like just the carton of egg whites?
Yeah,
egg whites?
liquid egg whites.
Low calorie syrup.
You take the
Bro, it's basically just a protein shake.
You take the maple syrup, you squirt it in like a psychopath. Do not fucking only do it for a second or two. 5 seconds minimum of full squeeze. And then you drink.
You shake.
You gotta sweeten up those eggs.
You shake and then you drink.
So here's, I have to tell you, I knew that he was going through this process, but what I didn't realize is that he didn't just like down the whole carton when he does this. So there was a day where I decided to make myself some egg whites.
This is so funny.
And I make them, and I eat them with butter and rice.
Sweet ass eggs.
I'm like halfway
so
through,
funny.
and I'm like, first I was like, this is the best. This is the best egg whites I've made. They're so fluffy. The texture of them was just like remarkable. I was like,
I was sitting in the kitchen. You were telling me this.
And I'm like 3/4 of the way through now, and I'm getting like this semi-bitter sweet taste to them. And I was like, what is, like, no matter how much salt I put on it, it's still sweet. I'm like, what exactly is, and then it dawned on me, like, I'm actually eating Landon's backwashed fucking maple syrup eggs.
Are you now going to make your egg whites with maple syrup?
No. It was not very tasty that way. I'm sure it just tastes better as a drink.
Yeah.
It is good
a little
as a drink.
eggnog, if you will.
I mean, effectively. Less the sugar and the garbage.
Yeah, less the garbage.
It's the same thing that people have anyways, just without the garbage.
Yeah, a little eggnog
Look at
protein
this
shake.
outfit as well. I am soaking it all in right now.
How do you feel about
jacket, it? Yeah, combat boots on.
Yeah. Pants.
Combat
Usually
boots.
you're wearing pajama pants.
He's got pants now.
Change man.
Wow,
Changed
you're
man.
all grown
Wonder
up.
why.
Yeah, I wonder what would ever encourage that.
What happened, Landon?
Don't worry about it.
I'll tell you what happened. Our young child here had a near-death experience yesterday.
Is that right?
Oh yes,
I heard about this.
and I have to tell you, I'm here to read the group chat. To
I'm
everyone.
glad you're here. Glad you survived.
Thank you.
Because
I'm glad I did too.
I was reading the group chat aloud at the Bellagio yesterday in tears, like actual tears, and I'm worried that it's not.
Crying, you mean?
I was laughing so hard, and I'm worried that it's not going to live up to the hype right now because I think it's like when you're getting each message in real time, it's just so fucking good. Like one's better than the last, but. Let me read this little excursion our young Landon Tice went on yesterday.
You have to add the Mama Joe parts in, though.
When necessary, I'll work in the Mama Joe retorts. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, boy.
This lady Uber needs to never drive anyone again. It's obscene. No stars. Yelp review. Legit canceling Ubers now based off of profile. If you're old, no. If you're fat, no. I can't take it. And it's like,
Yikes.
It's like it's different if she locked in or whatever, but she's cooked. 7 minutes till I arrive. 2:48. Wish, please let me leave this lady's vehicle. Oh man. And then he puts in quotes, yeah, I'm gonna walk out and call the cops. You need to be in jail. She's going 50 and a 35. Okay, Tyreek Hill, what the fuck are we doing here?
Who doesn't go 50 and a 35? Even the tortoise does.
It's 3 p.m. There are cars here. Follow the fucking rules. The car is beeping again. Oh my God, she's running a red. You can't make this up. She's just macking on a tire.
Got him.
She's what?
She's smacking on a Diet Coke. So 50 and a 20. Oh man, it's so good.
still hits,
Berkey. You're banned.
You're banned. She's banned. Banned from the road.
He goes, I've experienced something so bad. I have to change it. I'm getting my license.
Wait. You don't.
Oh man.
You bought Negreanu's Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh,
You still don't have a license?
He
it's a
turned it
brick.
into a brick. It doesn't even work anymore.
That's literally a brick
Is it just, where is it?
in the driveway.
Sitting in my driveway.
Sitting where he left it when he
for
bought it.
2.5 years. Doesn't move.
You remind me of myself.
I was
when
going to say,
younger.
didn't he do that? Yeah.
But then you learned.
That's right.
Sounds like you should be my teacher.
Soon, listen,
man.
don't start smoking the Marlboros.
I will not.
I went through a phase.
I'm in tears.
I will never
Yeah,
join you
no.
on that one. But the jacket, you know.
I've said that before.
Dude, she said, have a beautiful day. I lived.
Oh
It's a
my
glorious day. Holy fucking hell. I was so scared.
What was her rating? Do you remember before getting in the car?
It was a lot less after.
I have no idea, but on Uber you can't give no stars.
I mean, you
Right.
can choose to not rate them.
One kills them
No, give
pretty
one.
good.
One
yeah,
is better
you'd
than
rather,
not giving one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he sends a screenshot. It says, add a tip for Patricia. Your trip was $39, 15, 20, or 25%. And then the stars. He just puts in quotes, fuck you.
That was you did that?
I can't give
No,
a
not as a
no.
review. No. This is in the group chat.
Oh,
He goes, I can't give a no-star review. You deserve no points. May God have mercy on your soul and
Nice.
anyone else who dares enter your death trap. I mean, Christ on a motorbike. That was the worst experience I've had in a vehicle in a long time. And I drove drunk with Conrad.
Conrad has never driven drunk.
Oh, man. She's the poster child of how to never operate a machine. Oh.
You know how like
man.
cars have updated and like when you get close to hitting something, it'll go like beep beep beep, and then you should probably like check out how close you are to your vehicle.
Yeah.
I've never heard the beep 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 more than 5 minutes in my entire life.
What kind of car? Just trying to visualize this.
Man, I don't know.
Uber
SUV,
X?
SUV for sure.
Yeah, I think
Uber
I think
XL?
you definitely need to go the Lux.
Uber X.
Yeah, you got to just go Uber Black.
Yeah,
You're
you got to
rich.
upgrade. Come on,
You guys
man.
are so rich.
Or just get
They
your
don't even
license.
give me that
Yeah,
option.
he's in the process.
Look, I'm in a transformative stage in my life. I'm ready for the license. I need it.
Gotta have it.
You know, like the paradox, where like
Better to be in control.
if everything's too comfortable, you don't want to change anything. Yesterday has made me realize I am not comfortable
Right.
at all.
Good.
Right, yeah.
We're ready.
You needed this.
I needed this.
You know, you got to experience a little trauma in life to
I
really
needed
shake
this so
things
bad.
up.
It
Yeah.
was like
Poor Patricia.
it's almost just like
She's just out there being a menace to society.
it just doesn't make sense. Like the amount of time that you save by going faster than the speed limit is like minutes
So
if you're
minimal.
lucky, for the risk of potentially ruining someone else's day, if not life.
Well-
what are we doing?
You know,
Really, you're talking
You
to Matt
drive
about
in the
this?
car with Berkey every day and then you say this.
No,
first of all, I drive
Hold on.
plenty good.
You hit 90 going on the side service street
dear.
from Buffalo.
Get your hands out of my shot, okay?
To the other
Get your
one.
fucking hands out of my shot.
Look, I've been in the car. I've been the passenger prince around this guy for the past X amount of years. This guy has not gotten close to getting in an accident. The only time it was close was when the beeping thing was off because someone else turned it off in your car.
Oh yeah, I was changing
Tammy?
lanes. Yeah, so my assistant Tammy.
We're not name dropping here.
Oh, we are, because it's not even her fault. Well, it might have been her fault. She took my car to get serviced, and she had her passenger princess with her, who's texting me on the side going, "Why's your car beep so much?" And I'm like, you need to fucking drive better. It doesn't beep when I drive it. That's lane awareness. It means that you're just like riding
all
the
over the
goddamn
place, yeah,
median. So she just turned it off because she was annoyed by it instead of, driving better.
It's like instead of it being like, like maybe this is a me problem. You're like, maybe like I'm the issue here. It was nope. It's the car's
What
fault.
do you think Patricia thinks whenever her car is just like nonstop sounds like a smoke alarm
It's
all
got to
day?
be the car's fault, right? Like some.
I can't believe she didn't turn off lane assistant.
Oh my god! Honestly, I don't know if I would be here if she turned off lane assistant.
Here's the thing. We can wrap up the super thing now. I'll get your guys' thoughts as well. But I would take the danger box with Patricia over a talkative Uber driver just about any day.
Stop it!
I'm
Stop
with you.
it!
I'm a gambler.
You
man.
You can kill me any day of the week. Please don't talk to me.
That's because you have nothing to live for. There's a difference.
Wrong.
Wow.
Wrong.
the trap of, so what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Just say don't talk to me.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
That's
That's
not
nice.
right.
Tell Patricia to drive better. Like, say, hey, excuse me, don't run any fucking red lights.
I'm not saying to say it like that. Just be like, hey, I have to take a phone call and put your headphones in.
It's
A phone call where you don't speak.
I will say this. It's
you're just on a
very-
meeting. You're just listening.
I took a meeting in Dubai in an Uber and had headphones on, so like he wasn't privy to the. I felt so bad.
Why?
Because it's like socially. I don't know. It's almost like you create, like they just become like not human anymore. Like you dehumanize them almost. You know, like they're just like a robot driver.
Right.
And you're just
well,
in there doing
the
your thing.
robo taxis can't get here soon enough.
Oh, that's true.
Like, that's
what
gonna
is
be
it called? Like not waves.
Zooks. Well, there's wait.
There's a
what are you
bunch of
talking-
them.
There's a few of them. Tesla's like the one that's probably the furthest ahead. But like, yeah, eventually it's just they're just gonna be like Ubers, except they just are self-driving.
Well,
Yeah, in LA they
pull
do
up-
that now.
Yeah,
in
I was
LA
gonna
they
say,
have a
and
few.
San Fran, I think.
Okay,
as well.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That sounds awful.
I think it's
You just get in
What are
and
you
hope for
talking
the
about?
best.
How great is that?
Yeah, you sit right up front. You grab the aux cable. It's just you and a fucking machine, man.
Yeah.
No.
You don't trust them?
No, I don't trust.
They're way better drivers than Patricia. I gotta tell you that right now.
That's
Give me the AI drivers. I live by the sim. I die by the sim. Give me the AI driver. I can't take Patricia.
Yeah.
I can't take. I
And they're
feel
really getting
like
better,
a good
yeah.
example, right? I feel like I can just run this red light right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, not ideal for the passenger.
No, not ideal for anyone.
I was watching a video with this no driver in the car, whatever, taxis, and a bunch of kids in San Fran ran up on the car and
Started
just
spray painting it?
spray painted,
Yeah, I
and
saw
fucking violated it. Wild shit.
San Fran's rough place,
Yeah,
rough
there's some
neighborhood
rough
these days.
spots.
That's why the 49ers don't play there.
Yeah, Santa Clara.
Fair point. So is the thing that we're talking about, is that the cars that drive around the city with like all
the cars that drive around, and it's mostly in our area, actually.
Yeah.
That's Zoox, Zoox, and that's owned by Amazon. And what
Okay.
they're doing right now, they have drivers, I think, still in them. I don't know.
Yeah, they do
but
to like
they're just-
survey the land.
They're just gathering data.
We pulled
So
up
they
next
just
to
do
one
that.
and we're like, why are there people in this car?
And
Right.
It's funny because they have like really weird different type of cars. Like some look like golf carts, like
Yeah.
extended big golf cart. I don't know, like
Yeah.
5 rows in it.
Sounds like a car to me.
It's like a mini,
not-
like a mini
not-
bus.
Yeah,
It's like
weird.
a short bus.
Oh, Waymo is the one that I was thinking
a
of.
Waymo.
Waymo's in LA. at
LA
least.
and San Fran, I think.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but I think that the Tesla ones are probably gonna, because they have like literally like millions and millions of miles of data from their
I feel like at some point that's just going to happen within the next decade or whatever. So I'm going to get my license. I'm not even going to need it. But
True.
But you know,
Well,
sometimes
there's a difference between need and want. Once
Yeah.
you start driving, you'll want that control.
That's-
It feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good.
it depends. If
And
it's
then-
me versus Patricia, definitely. If it's me versus the AI, I would sit in the car, but I would trust the
No,
AI.
it's the bell curve arc. You desperately want that power and control on one end, and then you hit the precipice and then come back down where you're just like, I want to be a passenger princess.
I think there'll be a world in our lifetime where nobody's driving. It's just all self-driving. The cars are just all self-driving.
Bullshit.
Except Brent.
Yeah, except Brent.
Brent's gonna have his
The only
fucking
one.
Hemi. He's gonna be in that Hemi, revving it in the garage.
love to drive. I love
But
driving.
think how
I'm
much,
with you.
think how much more
Yeah.
productive you could be instead of like you could take meetings, you do emails, you could get a lot of work
could
done.
come
on
up
your
with new
commute.
teasers.
I don't want to do that. I
Come up with new
want to
teasers.
drive, listen to my favorite podcast.
You can still
or
listen to your
show,
favorite podcast and show.
and cruise the open. No, this is really scary to think about. Why?
Wait, hold on. But like, why?
First,
Hanks
it's
over here.
the dock workers, and now it's just all
And they-
automated.
they-
Everything's being
They ended the
automated
strike. They ended the strike.
temporarily.
Tell them, Hanks, they don't know what it's like, man. Sometimes you got 3 kids at home. You need to take
Right.
a break. You need a 30-minute ride around the city to burn a heater and
Yeah.
fucking listen to some Leroy Towns.
Damn right.
You know, check out a life for a
You
minute.
get it.
I understand.
You get it.
Give me
Yeah,
my
this
stick
is-
shift
Wait
back,
a minute. hold on.
motherfucker.
Wait, why are you just like, but like you're just torching gas money to do this?
Oh my God.
Oh, for fuck's
He
sake.
doesn't understand.
Just sit in the car in the driveway and just.
Man, when we were 16, all we did was drive around in circles.
Right.
We didn't have
Yeah.
a destination.
Yeah, it
The
was like,
dream.
it's like I got $10. I can put this in my gas tank and just literally drive around all week.
You had
It's
nothing
like-
better to do.
Get the fuck out of the house. Trust me, man. In 10 years, you're not going to have anything better to do either.
You go out there, man, and you just drive to drive.
Yeah.
That's
Just you in
it.
the open road.
Just you in the road.
Sometimes you end up in Pahrump.
Oh,
All of a
My
sudden, you're
God.
buying lottery tickets.
oh, there's nothing like it.
Brent could have been here on time, but he decided to take the scenic
Yeah.
route.
Wait, hold on.
I was out there. You know what is it? The Majestic Mountain.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
those
Magic
Magic
colorful
Mountain.
rocks.
That's
Actually,
right,
I went out there last
Magic
week.
Mountain.
Honestly, I went driving last week and went there.
You went driving?
Yep.
So you were actually the one behind the wheel?
I didn't take the main roads and stuff when it was like
Is that,
empty and stuff.
that illegal?
I don't know. It depends who you ask. No the car's there.
practice.
He's got his permit.
It's just
Do you have a-
practice.
do you have a
He
permit?
does not.
No, I
have
don't.
his permit.
He's got a permit.
practicing. It's fine.
That's fine.
All the things you said about poor Patricia. Did you tip, by the way? I missed that part.
Uh-huh.
Any sort of tip?
The tip was, please drive better. You scared me.
You gave her advice.
Did you give her any money?
No.
No,
I was
nor
terrified.
should you. I don't know if you guys saw
We cannot
this.
condone this behavior.
No, I'm with you. Patricia needs to go. Somebody needs to lock her up and throw away the key,
You just-
literally.
Imagine how I've taken so many Ubers because I just simply do not drive.
You're a connoisseur.
I'm an Uber reg at this point. I'm like a top reg. You know how bad it needed to be to have me fear for my life in a group chat?
Right. Yeah.
You know, most of the time I take an Uber, no, you hear nothing.
We appreciate the entertainment for sure.
I appreciated living.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I recently, and I think my algo was maybe a little skewed because I was there, but Dubai actually has been working on a driverless air taxi for the last 5 years that's set to launch early next year. It's just a fucking drone.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
500 feet off the ground.
No pilot
zipping
now.
around the city.
Do you just hang on to it?
No. It
You're
looks like
saying you just get in this drone and it just flies
you're on the
you to where you
outside
want
of
to be?
it.
anywhere you want to go, brother. That's just it.
Now that I'm a little scared.
Wait,
We're living
Yeah,
the
get
Jetsons.
me on the
I don't know. Fred Hyde.
I want to
That's
pilot.
terrifying.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, you saw the thing with the pagers.
Oh yeah.
You know,
of course.
Who you could? Yeah, attaboy, Jeff. Yeah.
We got him.
Give him a
Sorry,
fist
go
bump.
ahead.
Yeah.
Gotta represent.
So now we're talking about these cars and drones that are flying around. You don't think something catastrophic is going to happen?
Oh,
at some
of
point?
course something catastrophic is going to happen. That's the price
We're
of.
fine with this.
I mean,
We're looking forward to it.
Listen, something catastrophic always happens in evolution. That's the price of evolving.
Who do we sacrifice?
Right, yeah, it's just it's a matter of
Patricia.
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of how damaging will the catastrophe be. And the expectation will be relatively low.
The Amish have always had it right. They just live a simple life, horse and buggy. They don't fly. You know, they take their time to get where they need to go. You got to go across the ocean. You take a goddamn boat.
Yeah, that's right.
They build their boat.
a sailboat.
Yeah, you forge the river.
Right, the Mayflower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brian, the Puritans.
Right.
The Amish.
Row your boat.
The Mennonites,
Yeah,
yeah.
love the Mennonites. Well, this is derailed, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
No, that's what we
Was
like.
this in the rundown?
We never
This
had
was
a
in
rail.
the
Don't worry.
Runner show. Believe it or not, this is going precisely as I expected.
Cargate was definitely in the Runner show. Cargate was in there.
I mean, we were right on pace for everything I wanted to hit. It's
unbelievable.
All right, let's get to Hanks's desperation. We're in week 5, buddy.
Yes, we are.
Quarter of the way through the season.
Indeed.
You're 75% of the way through your bankroll.
Well, wouldn't be the first time nor the last.
It's a healthy bankroll, actually, for you.
What do we got planned here for your comeback story?
Well, a tantalizing teaser as always. Hey, let me load this thing up.
Well, it's perfect. While you're loading
on
it,
the screen, there it is.
I was
right
gonna say
there.
while you're loading it, we could run the Weekend Warrior, but it's okay. We'll just go right to it.
Yeah, there it is. So I've got 375 left. Correct me if I'm wrong. I put $175.
Oh, that's great management. Yeah.
Right. Well, I got to hit this. So we got the Vikings. getting
Maybe
2.5.
$50. You
The
know, one unit.
4-team 5-point teaser.
That's right. All I need is 5 points.
Okay.
So I
The
get
man
I get
can't
better
win if
odds.
he doesn't bet.
I'm sure the Vikings game isn't a trap. The Vikings minus 2.5 in London. They're begging you to bet it.
Right.
They're
Helmuth
begging
likes
you
it,
to
yeah.
bet it.
Yeah.
Oh, Helmuth loves it. This is going
is
to be a
great.
sharp one. So I also loved a minus 2.5. I said, well, I'm just going to tease it.
Who
Give
are
me
the
a couple
Vikings
points
playing?
here, and then you
Jets.
know if the Jets beat them by 1, I cover.
Jets in London.
Yeah. Seahawks. This is a fucking layup, by the way.
Sure.
Neighbors is out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my pick.
Devin Singletary's
not to-
out. Their number one is going to be Wandale Robinson.
Yeah.
I'm still talking about the Giants.
He
You're
did
going
cook
on
last
the
week.
road to Seattle, which is a brutal environment. Seattle is really good, by the way.
12th man.
Geno Smith.
They're really tough. I think this is going to be a easy one.
You got to dog walk them. What'd you tease that one down to? 2.5? 1.5? 1.
Hawks
Okay.
-1. Yeah.
It's all 6 points.
Niners,
Or 5 points?
5 points. Niners -2.5. I honestly don't like this because the Cardinals are scary good on offense, but you just got to win by a field goal.
Okay.
You just got to win by a field goal. You're at home. And then, of course, the Bills-Texans over 42.
Higher.
I mean, I expect a lot of points in that game.
Man,
The 49ers one scares me.
throwing an over-under in that mix.
Higher,
You got
lower?
some balls, kid.
Another thing happened today, actually right before I left. Khalil Shakir, Bills' #1 receiver, out.
Not
That's
good for you.
Not great for
Not
the
great for you.
offensive production, the scheme, spreading it out. So we need a little Keon Coleman burst. Need those other receivers to step up.
Well, you could just have Houston win by 30.
I don't care how it happens.
Bills by $1 billion.
I don't care how it happens. This is not a must-win game for Buffalo. Just got to cover the 42 points. That's all I'm asking.
What are you working with this week, Jeff?
College football.
Shocker.
Once more.
I'm shocked.
Big time matchup. There it is. San Jose State hosting Nevada. Didn't get the best of this number as it was down to 6, but this is a side that I believe the Sharps are on. Matchup related, so San Jose State -7. The Spartans
Who are they playing?
of San Jose State, they're playing Nevada.
Ooh.
I didn't even know they had a
But,
college.
for just really quickly, this is
Nevada?
my favorite.
San Jose State?
This is my favorite chat comment in the history of this show. We're almost 3 years running now. Efro says, I've been in professional sports betting for almost 20 years. I've never seen someone tease off of no key numbers.
I was thinking the key numbers thing.
Teasing
Efro.
from -2.5 to +2.5 is, I have
You
no
want to go
words.
through a 3 or
I
a
have
6
no
or
words.
7. Yeah.
And then a total on top of it.
That's right, Efro.
This is
That's
the
right.
Hanksy hustle. He's about to fuck us with this.
Imagine we thought he was sharp week 1.
You.
He started off with a
Never
banger.
claimed to be.
Yeah, that milk mouth,
I'm
man.
betting with the heart.
How's that working out?
We'll find out.
We might just, instead of a milk mile, maybe we just have him run a mile with like him vaping the
I
entire
don't
time.
think I can run a mile.
I can walk
I can
it.
walk 5.
All right, that's about walk 5, drink a gallon of milk.
I think the punishment should just take his car away from him for a week.
Right.
Go
Oh,
nuts.
no.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I have a very good punishment
Okay.
that I will keep quiet
Yeah,
for
That's
now.
great.
Keep
That's
that under
great.
wraps.
I've got one for Berkey just in case Hanks moves.
I mean, it's
past
going to take a
Berkey.
lot.
Berkey
Hold on.
falls to the
I'm
bottom.
conservative here, and I'm just locked in on the Steelers,
Smart.
which
Smart for
I'm going to win
your
at
sanity.
least 2/3 of my bet.
What are you?
TJ
Are you
Watt,
gonna
baby.
put me in like another jersey?
Oh,
What are you thinking over there? What are you?
Oh,
watching?
no.
You wish.
yeah, you
I need everybody to be on the same page on this. We all know the first person to go broke gets the worst punishment.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a,
Right.
like, and then there's also a group one.
Unless it's Hunt, because at this point I'm starting to feel bad for the man. Like
That's how this works.
You bet
rules are
on
rules.
soccer parlays.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
like if Hunt loses, maybe we just make him eat something spicy.
I don't know about all this.
He doesn't look like he has the palate for spicy food, you know?
Make him go in the
First
sun
to
for-
0.
for
Yeah,
5
so like
hours.
there's a
Zero.
so if the second person goes to 0, they will have a group punishment along with Hanks.
Correct.
But Hanks will have the special
A unique
punishment.
one.
From
Yeah.
the first place
By
person.
the way, what do you
Yes.
think if we were laying price out of the gate when all things were equal, 1,000 each, what do you think the price for Hanks hitting 0 first was?
Oh,
You
This
guys have been
group?
blinded by thinking that I'm the worst.
I had to be
so-
the favorite.
No, no,
I think
no,
it was
no.
close between you and Conrad.
They would've
Right,
been,
yeah.
These idiots would have been blinded by thinking I'm the worst, so they would have
not the
definitely
worst,
had me
but
as
you
the
would have
favorite.
blasted off. We would have thought you would have just been all in week 2.
But I'm just winning.
He was.
And you were.
But I'm gonna win it. I don't understand.
It's a lock.
How do I fucking lose?
It's such a shame.
How
It's
do
such
you
a shame
lose?
that he just doesn't continually get punished when it doesn't matter. Like
will.
when it does. No, he does.
Only a matter of
He
time.
does. It's just when it matters for real money, is when he takes the punishment.
Yeah.
When we're playing the fake money game, it's like San Diego wins by 20.
I missed like a couple very big parlays. That's all, you know. Maybe I
parlay
might
is
have
always
won
one leg off.
100,000 if
All right.
one team. No.
Who's up next?
Who's up next? It could be anyone.
Oh yeah, Guapo. What are you going with?
Going with Alex Pajeda and Kayla Harrison.
Too heavy.
Profit.
They're the 2 biggest favorites on the card. I didn't see anything that was like super sexy.
No
but
Holloway?
if somebody wants to bet a dog, Wonderboy Thompson's getting plus 180. I'm going
It
safe.
was plus
What-
200.
how much did you bet?
50 bucks.
It was plus
How
200.
much did you bet?
$50.
To win what?
17, I think.
All right.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What happened to the Holloway bet? No?
Is,
Holloway's not till.
Oh, it's later.
A couple more weeks. Yeah.
I see.
I have a question. Is anybody in this group trying to win the Weekend Warrior?
That's what I don't.
You guys
Yes.
all make me sick.
Are you just
Jeff,
ta-
you're good.
are you
I'm
just-
not- I'm not speaking to you, Jeff.
Conrad.
You made it so it's way worse to get the punishment than to win it. So the goal
Yeah,
is
that's
to now
true.
I didn't
not
know I
get
surrounded
punished.
myself with such pussies.
$5 a
Right.
week.
I mean, no, you have to bet at least 50. But like,
Oh, shit.
is this the equivalent of taking a knee? Are you riding out your $46 in profit? I mean,
Oh, is this question directed at me?
I'm going to everybody. I got everybody on this card.
punning on this week.
I have the floor now. 'Cause you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots.
it's like, this is a lock.
Nobody in this room, myself included, is a sharp when it comes to sports betting.
Jeff Platt.
I agree.
I have a little bit of a rant here. So this is how many weeks we're going on?
This is number 5.
Okay, but I'm saying total it's going to be
20-ish.
Okay, 20
yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
I could take a 5-year-old off the street, bring him into this room and say, pick one NFL game. You can only bet $50 at the end of this 14 or 15 weeks. He's going to be at the top versus everyone else here because nobody in this room is executing bankroll management.
It doesn't
It's just
matter
that
on a
simple.
17-week
It's just
stretch.
math. Why in
It
the
doesn't
world,
matter.
Why in the world would you bet more than $50 on anything? It makes no sense.
It doesn't matter, though.
I'm smart. All of you are not.
Absolutely. Yes.
Honestly,
When I speak of a 24-week stretch, bankroll management doesn't matter. If you go broke, sure, you go broke and you lose. But to
Can you
win,
buy back in?
No.
Yeah,
well, maybe we'll make an exception for you.
We already spoke about this, Brent. We have something lined up for you. Don't worry.
We do enjoy the free money that you potentially
it
provide.
is true. It's just like almost certainly everybody's going to go broke, and it's just like if you bet the least amount, you're probably going to go broke the slowest, which means you're going to win.
Strongly disagree with that.
Okay, well then
I disagree.
Like he's betting $50 to win 17 if the match that he's betting on is that much of a heavy favorite. The Kelly criteria certainly is not going to be 5%. Right? So you're going to be able to fire really hard in that spot. Like the Kelly criteria is probably going to be like 60% or something along those lines. So like if you're going to take that sort of bet, you should be betting like, I don't know, $600 or something along those lines. So betting one unit to win a quarter of a unit isn't sharp. It's just taking a knee. It's taking the week off.
I mean, taking a knee because that's like what you do when you need to win the game.
It's week 5,
Right?
brother.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yes, you outlast Hanks. Hanks is in a category all his own.
Right, but like, to
honestly,
Guapo's point,
But like, yeah, me firing 2.5 units
None
on
of
a
us have an
parlay.
edge. None of us have an edge. We're all negative here. So like, if we're all negative, whoever bets the most is going to go broke the
I
fastest.
think Jeffrey Platt is undefeated.
He has gone 4-0.
We're excluding Jeff from this
I just
conversation.
want to
We
say
know
the two
he's
people
sharp than the
that
rest of us.
I'm
the two
3 and
people
1.
that are betting the most are on top, and they will be at the end.
No, that's not true.
Jeff, would your
What do you mean?
bookie
Brent's
say that
betting.
you're
Brent's
sharp?
I bet
not.
bigger than him every week.
He would say that I've been sharp in a week or two out of the entire season. Sure.
Oh, you've had some hot weeks.
But the majority of weeks, no.
You know, it's crazy
Only
betting.
legalized and regulated
I
through
would think.
sports books.
I would think making 117 bets in a weekend would indicate that like you're onto something.
You got to paint the board. I'm an artist. I keep saying that.
That actually shows that you're a psychopath. 117 games in a weekend?
That seems exaggerated, but when you consider props and totals and
Yeah, he wants to sweat,
halves and
man.
quarters, right?
The in-game bets are really problematic. You know, it's when you
And
have
when
a
you just
problem.
get buried, yeah,
It's a
we're like,
volume game.
yeah,
It's a volume game.
When you have a problem
just dig the
gambler,
hole.
when you have a problem gambler like Jeff Platt and potentially Conrad, the ability to just lay a bet at your fingertips for the next 30 seconds, it's like hot sex.
and you're
you know?
digging and
I never
digging
even
and
thought
digging.
about betting 117 games in a stretch.
Oh, you weren't aware. You
No,
weren't.
because you're betting a 117 game parlay.
Right. $1 to win
$8
$3 million.
I do that once a week, and it's fun.
Never
and
know.
I've almost hit 2 of them.
Hey,
You do some
Hey,
wild
it's-
parlays too.
You know how much money Las Vegas makes off of the word almost?
Whatever.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
fucking $1 for sweat. I don't care. Like I do them very, very small for absurd amounts, and whatever.
It's a lottery
Probably
ticket. It's
never
just a
coming-
lottery ticket
Yeah.
that you.
It's just better because I get to watch what happens.
Oh yeah.
Right? Do you like yell at somebody who goes and buys a $10 lottery ticket? Like,
No.
well, that's all he's doing.
Speaking of lottery tickets, what's Landon's pick this week?
Let's go Panthers.
Oh man,
Vamos la
You've gone
Pantera.
from bad to worse.
I
Okay,
went
what do we
Panthers
got here?
+4.
You could have gone them at 5 now.
No, on DraftKings it was +4.
four last
I
night.
had to
He made it
change my
today.
bet because Jeffrey had an
Yes.
issue.
Well,
We all had
you
an
were
issue.
cheating.
Yeah.
I wasn't
is the
cheating.
problem.
You were cheating the system, and we finally have
Speaking
agreed
of,
to box that out.
You guys may dispute the claims that were made last night, the objections that were taking place. If you have
yes.
Grounds, if you'd like.
Well, my
Guapo?
grounds are I like my new bet.
All right, so
Okay.
you don't
So,
have any.
yeah.
You don't have anything to say about last
I can
night's
accept
argument.
the Jeffrey Platt
All right, I just want to make sure.
hating of the I'm too smart. It's okay. I'll tone it down.
You were trying to cheat on the Weekend Warrior.
I was not.
Meanwhile, we've got Guapo taking the knee to put a ring on the Weekend Warrior's finger. He's wedding planning right now, and you're cheating on the Weekend
No,
Warrior.
hold on. So
Not
I'm not
cheating.
I wasn't cheating at all. What we said was if you could put it in on Pinnacle and
Right.
put a number and get a screenshot, it counts.
And then we realized that Pinnacle was just listing actual
Really
like
jerking
fake
us around.
parlay
Yeah.
payouts.
And who pointed that out, Mr. Platt?
You did.
well, you did with the UFC.
Guapo
so,
was a
so it was
mathematical
Pinnacle
error.
then Guapo.
Yeah. Pinnacle's screwy.
Hold on.
Right, but then you jumped on me for saying the Circa thing. You said Circa in the chat.
Because the day before, I asked Conrad, I'm like, can we use other sports books? Do we have to keep using Pinnacle?
Right.
I was under the impression that we had to use Pinnacle, so.
Guapo's issue was the mathematical error, not the parlay error.
Yours was a correlation.
Yours was just
issue.
so correlated
Correlation,
that
yeah.
even if a Vegas sportsbook did accept it, it would be at much less odds than like a
Which is
standard
actually kind of
parlay.
funny because Pinnacle would not accept my parlay that I got through on DraftKings.
Right, which was not. I
Totally
mean,
fun.
like that's just a.
The only
regular
correlation
parlay.
was that I have the Steelers winning and Dak throwing an interception.
They have it goes.
Yeah,
on,
yeah, and so they'll adjust.
I think
Right,
it goes
yeah.
under the same game parlay thing.
Yeah,
and
same
they
game parlay.
Yeah, and they but
Yeah, they give me terrible odds, and I just
Exactly.
pay a
They've
huge
made
vig.
so much
Yeah.
on same game
Of
parlays. Like,
course,
it's just
of course.
outrageous.
I'm having a good fucking
Hold on,
time.
Yeah.
back to Landon's.
Okay,
pick
so
here.
let
Who do we
me
got?
rephrase with my new choice because my first choice was Panthers +4, Panthers higher, total game lower. But now we've changed that to just Panthers only, Vamos la Pantera, Panthers +4 against the Bears away, Dalton higher, 225 passing, and then Chuba Hubbard touchdown anytime.
Man.
Like it.
Let's go.
Strong.
What is your bankroll
play
at right
here.
now, Lando?
I'm at 1,000.
Okay.
I'm 100 to win 575.
Okay,
Wow.
this could be
I
the
could-
breakout week.
I could win the Weekend Warrior for $1, and we're gambling a little
We
bit.
forgot about the bonus.
You forgot about the motherfucking
Conrad
bonus.
didn't
Me and my
forget.
dude Jeff have been waiting for you guys to put your bets in every single week,
I got
and
mine
then
last.
one of us puts it up a little bit more,
Well,
and then we
you're
all
not,
get it.
you're
hold
not
on.
going to get a little bit
Hold
more
on.
than mine.
Hold on.
Well,
I
you're
can
gonna-
win more than Jeff this week.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Wait, what's
you're right.
the
This week.
bonus?
You get an extra $100 if you're the biggest winner of the week.
You split
I'm
it.
John
oh.
Dead. I only have
Oh shit! I only gave
$175.
myself 50.
Oh,
I
wait.
have $50 more in my thing.
Guapo might win his
Oh, for
if
the
we all
bonus.
go over. But Guapo could be the biggest
Guapo
winner.
could
at
easily be the
$17.
biggest winner.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
That would
He
be
just
great.
needs
Okay, all right,
7 of us to brick out. I
Yeah.
think
That'd
Hunt
be
probably
quite
already
funny.
lost his bet.
He
for the
did.
week.
He did.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry,
We were talking about it yesterday.
I mean, yeah, it's Friday. Like, of course, he's already out
Yeah,
of the
he's out.
contention.
As
Right.
the current starting quarterback of the Panthers, I have inside info.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Okay, yeah,
So
I understand.
I'm feeling like
You
my
like the
I
Red
do
Rocket.
see it a little bit.
Right,
Yeah,
the Red
yeah,
Rocket, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm ready to. We're ready to go off on them.
Okay.
The turtle's ready now to take over and.
That's right.
Godspeed, young man.
So, Brent, I am right there with you. I took Seattle -6.5 for 110 to win 100. I just think that, like you said, Neighbors is out, right? They had to travel across the country, and Seattle is actually pretty good, right? Especially at home. And, Geno Smith is playing really, really well. They got Walker back, who just went crazy last week, and I expect him to do the same thing. So I think it's a good bet. I think winning by a touchdown is pretty
Doable.
easy for them. Yeah, pretty doable. I can see like a 27-13 type of final.
I like it. Yeah.
So I'm with both of you guys. I am also on the Seahawks
Wow.
at -6.
Man,
Wait,
never
minus
felt,
six?
never
Six
felt
and a
better
half.
about this.
Minus 6.5, but I've added a little bit more onto
Little
it.
spice.
Just a little bit more.
I have the Ravens minus 2.5. I have the Colts money line.
Seahawks minus 6.5 and
Commanders
And
minus
the
3.5.
Commanders minus 3.5. Actually,
Public parlay.
yeah, I really liked the
Public
Commanders at first, but for some reason I'm getting a little iffy about them. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, that's the one that you
feeling
think
that
is
one.
going to be the one that does you in, huh?
Bengals too, man.
What?
That 2.5, they're begging you to bet
Looks weird, right?
Baltimore.
Yeah, sure, you got me.
2.5.
Yeah,
Conrad's like, fine. I'll
What do you want from me? Do you see the way the fucking Bengals are playing?
I
know
like
what?
the Bengals.
You know
I
what?
actually think they're playing great offense.
Me too.
I have
I'm
to
with
tell
Hanksy
you.
here. I like the Bengals.
Yeah, I like the Bengals a lot.
Burrow
I
is
think they're
coming
playing
into his
great
own.
offense.
I got to tell you.
They had one
As
good
he
week
usually
against the
does.
Chiefs.
I got to throw my support with Guapo. You're all fucking going broke.
You're cooked.
Guapo, you do your thing. You're going to win this thing by $1. It's going to be Price is Right style. These motherfuckers are all going to end up with
It
zero.
would be so much better if he won with like $800.
No, I hope he wins with $1.
Or like has $1
Yeah,
in the
like
roll.
I hope this one or $2. Like this one comes through, and then he bets like $55 somewhere down the line, and just leaves himself $2.
Yeah,
and he
I
just
like it.
ships the whole fucking
I
thing.
should have put like 400 on mine just to end the weekend, Warrior.
Saving the best for last, of course. This lock of the century of the week of
You put 350 down?
bro.
Wow.
I'm on it. This is my marquee milestone play of the season. I'm going to go back to $50 units after this week. I'm feeling it, baby. The defense is going to turn loose on Dak and the Cowboys. We notoriously play this team tough at home. I feel good about it. I don't know anything about totals, so I just snapped up the under because I think it's going to be lower. I think it's going to be a big win for the Steelers. I even moved the alternate line up to -3 instead of 2.5 to get a little extra odds because that same game parlay was really fucking me. But I was like, you know what? I'll take the hit here. So
And this is
350
to win.
1872, baby.
With
So
every
this
passing.
actually-
Wait,
this
what
would
is
put you
that
in the
first
lead,
bet?
That is Dak over 0.5
Higher.
interception.
Oh.
Higher.
So
Gotta throw
he's
a
got
pick.
to throw
He's
a
got to
pick.
throw a
Yeah.
pick.
So he's got to throw a pick. Steelers got to win by 3, and it has to stay under
Lower.
40, lower than 43.5.
Correct.
Okay, that's
It's doable. That's doable.
He's going
Yeah.
to his
Yeah.
number one assistant in the room, fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right.
Brian agrees. You see it, Brian, right? Me and you.
And you-
I don't see any bias here. I just think that's a good bet.
You want to know what happens whenever I lock this one up? I'm going to be betting $50 every fucking week.
Just like Guapo.
on like
just gonna be
minus 1,000
straight money line. Whoever the biggest favorite is of the week, like that's going to be me, baby.
Why? If you win this, you'll still be trailing Platt.
I don't care. he'll regress to the mean at some point,
That will
Conrad.
for sure.
Is Watt playing?
TJ's in, baby.
He's in.
Oh
Not the
yeah,
way
and
he's
you know
supposed
what?
to pick
Micah's
out
out, right? On the
20.
Dallas side of things.
Micah, I believe, was questionable. I don't know if he's
I'm
been
pretty sure
announced
he's
out
out.
yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, that's smart by him because he talked a lot of fucking shit last year about TJ Watt
Yeah.
not being
Micah talks a
qualified
lot, yeah.
for the Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I thought this guy was a fucking Penn Stater. You know,
was.
He doesn't show a little respect to the team across the fucking state. No, this guy, he's gonna get shut up here. So you know. Big win, big bounce back win after the disappointing loss to the Colts. I think it's going to happen. And
Sunday night.
Oh my God, my bet is fucking whacked. Taylor's out, unsure on Richardson. Nobody touch it.
Wait, well, Taylor, we all
Colts.
assumed was going to be out, but isn't Flacco an upgrade for you, Connie?
Yeah, that's pretty sure.
not without Taylor.
Taylor, the thing
Somebody
is,
needs to
you
run the
need
ball.
Taylor. Taylor opens
I
up
mean,
everything.
Taylor, Flacco, or Richardson. You know.
They got Trey Sermon.
Trey
Yeah.
Sermon's the backup.
Yeah.
He's been very serviceable.
No, he's awful.
Receivers are healthy. Flacco, I think you're in good. I think
Who
you're
do
in
they
better
play?
shape with Flacco.
Who do they play?
Jaguars.
No, they're fine. They're cooked.
On the road,
These
Jags.
guys are
I do
fucking
like the
cooked.
Jags, though.
I think we take the
Must-win
Jags.
game.
I
So-
like the Jags.
So
too.
this carries us into the next conversation. I know you guys got to get out of here, so feel free to just dip anytime you like.
How can they leave? We're having
But
so much
we have one team remaining in Survivor,
10 minutes.
which apparently is a big deal now.
30K.
30,000.
Circa Survivor, one team remains. I think there's 400 and change left in the pool.
Let's go.
We're one of them.
Let's go.
Yeah.
We're fucking one of them, baby.
We would have had 2 if we didn't get cooked by the Niners.
Well, we would have had 10 if we didn't get cooked by the fucking Bengals and the
Right.
you know,
Almost,
that's the way it works.
almost.
If we didn't get cooked by
Point
Berkey,
is, we got one team left, and we got some decisions this week. So I've been throwing it out there, asking what everybody's thinking. Seattle is chalk. That's going to be the number 1 pick. Niners very closely behind. We've already used the Niners.
When you say Seattle is chalk.
The top pick.
Ask
the
Andy.
top
Yeah, the most popular pick of the pool.
Is that a Pittsburgh thing, or is that just something people say?
Sports talk.
That's a DFS thing mostly,
Oh, okay.
or actually just sports betting in general, I suppose.
Are you leaning contrarian?
Like you
here?
bet chalk for your parlay. 2 heavy favorites.
Very chalky.
Very chalky, yeah.
Chalkboard.
So here's basically the options. The top ranking teams as far as like value goes are going to be Kansas City, Green Bay. Who else were we throwing in the mix there?
Kansas City, Green
Chiefs,
Bay,
Packers,
the Bears.
Bears are up there.
I don't like it.
Skins are like a break-even choice, and then obviously Seattle was like a small plus EV because they're such a heavy favorite, and San Fran, but we don't have them. So here's what we know: a quarter of the pool has used both San Fran and Seattle. So the ceiling on the chalks, so to speak, will be like 35% each. That would be if everybody remaining that has either one of those teams took them. What do you guys think? Do you go contrarian here?
Do any of the teams that you mentioned play on
Holidays.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
They do.
The Chiefs.
So the Chiefs play both.
Okay.
The Bears play Thanksgiving, I believe. And that Christmas slate is disgusting. It's Chiefs in Pittsburgh, Baltimore in Houston, Seattle in Chicago.
Yeah, Seattle looks the best here.
So none of them
That's
are
going to
like
be pretty gross.
all 3 road
regardless,
teams likely to be favorites.
but very small.
Very small, like close to pick 'ems.
Yeah.
Not going to be. So my thoughts are first, next man up. We might not make it to Christmas.
No.
And if we do, it's going to be so much variance that
Just
week
flipping,
anyway.
yeah.
Why go with why pick the Chiefs like 80% of the pool probably will? Fuck it. Whoever's left out of those 6 teams, let's just ride, baby. You know? Let's go Chiefs this week and let's ride fucking whoever we get if we end up going to
You're not
Christmas.
concerned about the Chiefs?
I
this
am.
week?
I am. Of all the weeks,
This is a bad week for the
it
Chiefs.
feels like a letdown week.
Yeah, this feels really.
I mean, a letdown. They
Why?
also, obviously,
No
in a
Rasheed
lot of
Rice
trouble on
and-
offense.
Yeah, they're the second biggest favorite though of the week.
They are
5.5 points.
scary on the road.
They're home. They're home. They're home.
Or excuse me, at home, but up against
Saints.
A very,
Wait. Do we know?
very
Do we
good
know if
offense.
Taylor Swift's going to be there or not? Because
That is very important.
that would matter.
And you can go the other way with the narrative too. Kelsey's
You can.
due for the breakout.
Yeah.
You know,
He had a
they're
pretty
losing
good
their
game
offense
last week.
Again, is Taylor going to
also-
be
Right. Kareem Hunt is now back in red.
Hurt.
Is he?
He was injured. I mean, he was on the list yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, they're all on the
Rasheed
list.
Rice just got
Thrown in jail.
injured, and his mom just got caught stealing a package. So like, they have a lot of stuff going on. His mom literally got caught stealing a
we
package
know.
from somebody's house.
We know.
I like your thought process though, because I feel like everyone that hasn't used the Chiefs, they're not using them now.
They for sure not.
They're saving them until Christmas, until they're healthy, and yeah.
You're saying we don't like Jaguars.
The Jags one is the really interesting one.
With Taylor now out, the Jags are definitely back in the conversation.
Jaguars seems like a nice one. Jags at home.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
0-4.
To be fair, that defense did play very good against Pitt.
them being
Pitt
0-4
sucks,
is
so-
concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Jacksonville should have
0-4
won
turns
last
into
week.
0-5 real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
They're right there.
You do
that's-
start to worry about them losing the locker room a bit.
Of course.
That locker room's already gone.
Right.
That was
Or-
gone after they got blown out by Buffalo.
Yeah.
Or Lawrence
Yeah.
is going to bring them together, as the former quarterback of the Jaguars when I had long hair.
Right. Yes. I understand. You like to be a doppelganger of everyone.
Give me
in the NFL.
I like the
We
Jaguars.
get it. You're tall and white.
Jaguars
we
are-
understand.
I kind of like Jaguars. Like no one's going to pick Jaguars probably.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Right.
You
It's
know?
because they want the Seahawks.
Right. Yeah. So we've been going back and forth all week long. There's a bunch of us splitting it. Obviously.
Yeah.
Half is on Team Seattle. Like, let's survive in advance.
Yeah.
Half is on let's just go with the highest EV decision here. And the problem is day after day, that decision changes.
Right.
Yeah.
One
The
day
lines
it's
are
Green Bay,
changing.
one day it's Chicago. Now it might be Jacksonville.
I just see that there's like a point where like there's just a team that is going to win, and even though it's chalk, we have to just ride with it.
Your confidence in undetermined outcomes
Yes, I'm fucking confident the
is
Giants are going
second
to
to
lose.
none. It's second to none.
Yes, have you not seen the Giants
I mean,
play
I'm
football?
obviously
Jesus
with my
fucking
weekend
Christ.
warrior pick. I'm with Conrad. I think that
If you guys were to lay
Listen,
a
any-
percentage on it,
Can you use your
a
brain for a
percentage?
second?
If you were gonna lay- if you were gonna lay-
97.3.
Okay.
no,
Oh
okay,
my
so I would say
goodness.
something more reasonable, like 80.
okay, so 80%.
They're never fucking losing this game.
Okay, models have it between like 72 and 76%. Very
Okay,
high.
so I was
very
close,
high.
yeah.
You were close-ish. You were in the ballpark.
Yeah.
But, with each percent that creeps up is more impactful than
I
the opposite
listen, Burke.
direction.
I'm with you, and I agree with the whole EV model. And I think that, like, if you sacrifice a few percentage points of probability winning for the contrarian pick, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So,
Why?
like, what do you mean why? Because it just
I
puts
didn't
you.
say but why. I said but that there's
Oh.
there's a point where a team is just not going to lose.
But that's
and we get to advance.
But
Where
that's
is
what the
that-
model disagrees with.
Right,
You're saying
right.
it's 97%, and I'm saying that the difference between the Chiefs and
Right.
the Seahawks
Right.
in the model is like 1 or 2%.
The model's saying they're
And
going to
I'm-
lose 3 out of 10 times.
All right, and I'm saying your model is fucking screwed.
Okay,
Because the Chiefs
okay,
are
the
gonna
model or
lose way more-
Conrad? Which one are we going
The
to go
Chiefs are
with?
going to lose way more to the Saints
To be fair, if
than
we
the
just
Seahawks are going to lose to the Giants at home.
If we
with-
just ride and died with Conrad, we wouldn't have a choice this week.
Oh wait, you know what? You're right, because I had 3 teams in Survivor, and guess what? It's week 5, and I still have 2 left. So to let you
That
know,
is good
we'd
this
have
year.
more
That's pretty
teams.
good.
Oh yeah.
You schmuck.
Yeah, actually,
He would have been all in on Chargers, you know. He would've-
Yeah, like I would.
we
just
went with the Chargers that week.
No, but we
No,
picked like
we
one.
didn't.
We didn't have enough exposure.
Yeah, we did. Okay, we didn't have enough. I get
Conrad
it.
and Sean Perry were the sharp ones.
To your point, Jeff, I think in years like this where there's a lot of parity and a lot of upsets, Conrad is the hot hand to ride.
Yeah.
He's just kind of in on the.
Yeah, but now he's picking the favorite.
Right, he's just like low
It's-
key
well,
locked
no,
in.
that's the thing. I love the fucking dogs, but a Giants team with no neighbors, playing like shit, going into Seattle, has 0 chance at winning. I'm sorry, 2.7% chance of
But
winning.
Here
have the
comes the
Giants-
Vegas phone call.
Have the Giants been that bad? They got blown out by the Vikings week 1. The
Yes.
Vikings had those 2 turnovers. Pretty lucky to go up like 14-0, 14-3 right off the bat.
Daniel Jones has been
and
playing
then
much
pretty
better
close
since
against the
then.
Commanders and the Cowboys.
They did not score a touchdown against the Commanders.
That's true.
They
Yeah,
did not
yeah.
score a touchdown. They against the Cowboys. Cowboys
hanging
really,
in there.
Cowboys really played bad.
Yeah.
Cowboys played really bad in that game.
And that's why my parlay of the week is a fucking lock, buddy.
Like I said, Daniel Jones has been playing a little bit better, but now he has no neighbors and he has a banged up Wandale. So it's
and
just like
also the people in the locker room is asking for a quarterback change at the moment. So I don't know how that.
Okay,
Feels too good.
last point though to make here for to appeal to you guys. Think about the anti-sweat. Like, think about the anti-sweat whenever 65% of the field has
Dude,
fucking
That's great.
Seattle.
I love that.
Dude,
I
I'm
know.
edging with Jags right now.
Berkey, what,
I love the
looked at-
anti-sweat.
Have you thought about the Bears at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Bears
Yes.
are very high
Yeah.
on our model.
We hate
Yeah.
the Bears. What are you talking about?
you hate the Bears just because you're Andy Dalton.
Actually, the Bears can win. They can just win by 3.
Picking the Bears feels really bad, but yeah,
Down
it's
bad Bears.
really high on the EV scale.
This would be the week to use
Yes,
the
right,
Bears.
yeah.
But
I like Bears.
It's not a bad pick, Hanks. It's really not. At some point, we're just gonna have to roll the dice
I mean, we
with a
screwed.
sketchy pick.
We really screwed this parlay where we didn't just go or a thing when we just didn't take Chargers all that week. We
Yeah.
had another week that we'd never want the Chargers, and they were just perfect. We would never want them again for the rest of the season. But yet, this week against the Panthers, they were perfect.
We just had the final week against fucking down bad. What's
Malik.
his face? No, it wasn't Malik.
Bryce Young.
Bryce
yeah,
Young,
Bryce Young.
And you've mapped out, call it next week, the week after.
So
No.
my opinion,
We'll see.
my opinion of this is that mapping is kind of a fool's
I
errand.
agree with that.
You key in on the holidays
Lock in.
because you're so restricted, and you give yourself some viable options. But especially when you're down to a single team, your odds of winning are very low. So you're really just trying to survive to the chop. And in order to do that, it really does become like best option each week that doesn't come with moving the entire field along. So like the issue with Seattle that I fear is that the exposure might be like north of 50, which it probably won't because San Fran is still such a viable option. But if it does start to creep up that way, like you just have to anti-sweat them. You got to fade that big of a favorite because you just stand to gain so much more by them losing.
Right. Bears.
Yeah, and you just hope to move on. And at some point, you have to take a dicey pick.
Of course.
Right? Like, we're not going to be able to just like roll out the first place teams between now and Christmas and just be like, well, look at us, we're goddamn geniuses, man. Thank God we saved KC.
If we don't take Seattle, it's gonna be funny because I'm gonna be rooting so hard against my Weekend Warrior pick. Yeah.
I don't think Caleb Williams is so competitive. He is yet to really that everyone preseason coming in. Our buddy again, Nick Wright. He had them going to the Super Bowl.
That's
this
insane.
year, which is crazy, but.
He's not that far off, though. Washington actually might have that kind of talent.
They might. But what I'm getting at is Caleb Williams at home. This is a very important game for Chicago to really be relevant, to really feel like a contender. I don't think he loses this game.
Yeah,
I don't think he allows him. They're not going to lose.
A bad Carolina
to
team.
Andy Dalton. Coming into Chicago.
That's what the Raiders thought.
The Red Rifle. The Raiders aren't the Bears.
Here's the thing. This happens all the time, though, right? Like a guy like Andy Dalton. He comes in. He has a couple like really good games. And it's like wow, but then they come back down.
They regress.
They regress. They always regress.
Right.
They regress and they come back down to earth. And you're like, oh, that's why he's been a backup for how many years?
Bears also have a tremendous pass rush, and they can get to Dalton in a hurry. I like the Bears a lot in this spot.
You're making a compelling case.
I know.
If it says there's a lot leaning on Rome Azamadero, whatever the hell his name is, the wide receiver for the Bears. I feel like that offense is very out of wax right now.
There's not a ton, by the way, because Keenan Allen's back, and if you look back at game one, he had like 12 targets. He was the guy for Caleb. That was his safety blanket, was Keenan Allen. And he's back and he's healthy. You got Rome that'll be out there on the field. He'll be, maybe an X factor, but I like, anyway.
My final thought on all this is now I'm back on the Chiefs. This is like your 1 week where everybody's kind of down on the Chiefs, where their exposure is like not going to be too high. 3%. You have a chance to get the Chiefs against probably a somewhat inflated Saints team based on the start to their season. Now I'm feeling the Chiefs.
I like Chiefs or Jags.
Okay, I'm going to go. Bye.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm on Bears.
It's going to be like
thanks, Jeff.
Single
Thanks, guys.
We're peacing out.
Boys, thank you as always. While you guys escort yourselves out and head on down to the studio, enjoy your day. I'm going to pivot a little bit, but stay with the Circa Survivor. So Todd Watellis tweeted the other day. He said, anyone want to buy into the Circa Survivor? And this is coming now into week 5. He said, I have a listener, an older guy. I've met him before. He has a ticket which has used Miami, Houston, the Jets, and San Fran. He's looking to sell 5% for $2,500 or 10% for $5K. DM if interested or text this phone number. And essentially, this boils down to massive markup. 10% for $5K would imply that the pick is worth $50K.
Shit, I'm surprised we didn't see Deeb on this shit.
We know that it's worth $30K.
Right.
So he's effectively selling at about 70% markup. That aside, are we buyers if this is closer to face?
I mean, you could find some out there.
Yeah.
There's a website.
Apparently, there's a big market for it.
Yeah, there's like a whole website, whatever, Twitter page that you can sell your pieces of a prize pool.
And how much juice are they charging?
I'm not sure about all that, honestly.
I think they charge. I don't know if they charge juice, but I think the site itself charges fees.
How do you guarantee that you get the money?
So that's the part I'm a little confused on as well.
Right.
I mean, it kind of just looks like Stake Kings or something like that to me, right? Like they kind of same thing.
Oh, like the platform itself insures everything.
Yes.
Okay, that would probably be worth paying the fees over.
Yeah,
that's what I would assume at least.
Yeah, and I saw a couple other tweets. I didn't save them, but there were quote unquote whales looking to buy.
Where it can be whales.
Yeah, so there was. I actually think I put it in our group chat because I was memeing on Danielle who wants to sell.
I mean, whales are only negative in poker. Right? In like other spaces, like crypto whales, like they're just rich people.
In this instance, that's what it's implying.
The only reason to buy is if you think you have an edge over the field, obviously. right?
Or you like to gamble.
I mean, obviously. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I'm saying like pretty close to face. I might dabble. I might buy a piece of one.
It's pretty sick. It's really fun too.
It's such a fun sweat.
It's really fun.
I'm so glad that we like got in last minute because we like forgot about it.
Yeah,
we got in literally
yeah.
at the last minute.
Yeah. I do wish, and there's nothing we could have done in hindsight, but I do wish, obviously, that we had been more all in on the picks that like were no sweats.
Right.
Like, because there were a couple where Sam was kind of wavering. He's like, I kind of really do like the Chargers this week. Maybe we go 2 or 3 here. Mm-hmm. And then, like, a little bit of news broke or whatever. And it was like, okay, let's play it safe and paint the board.
Right.
And then the same thing with the Jets on Thursday night. I think I kind of talked him out of doing two picks there. We only did one. We ended up getting, like...
That was such an easy win, too.
We kind of just had to take the...
Patriots never had a shot in the
game. And, like,
game.
Chalk just got... And to be honest, like, I'll tell you how he could have sold me on a second Jets pick is if he would have pivoted off of Cincy. Because I hate Cincy so much.
Oh,
right.
sure. Just
especially
like
early out of... No, not even spite. Like, early out of the gate, they just tend to underperform, like, the last handful of years. Mm-hmm. There's something, like... I want to say there's something like 5-11 in their first 4 games for the last 4 seasons.
I think if he worded it in a way that Bengals... Well, we wanted some exposure to Chalk, right? We wanted some exposure to the Bengals because we thought they were kind of a lock to win.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he wanted...
Andy, I mean this with no tone whatsoever, but if we go Jags, then my piece is very much for sale.
I kind of want it. How much is watching? Honestly, what percent does he have? I want it. Jags are kind of sick. I'm edging with Jags, bro. Like, no one's taking them.
I'm so happy.
No one's taking them, and it's really nice.
No one's taking them because they're going to fucking lose. They're going to lose.
Right, you have to understand
a lot to lose than the
you have to
Giants.
understand that like them not being a consensus pick is not the only metric.
Right.
No, but
right,
they're a
that's
3-point
part of it.
favorite.
Landon has watched like 12 football games. There's like 4 Super Bowls in there, and the rest have been Dolphins games.
No, I haven't seen that many Dolphins games. Look, I literally said I like Patriots this week though, because the Dolphins cannot score.
Yeah, but
Patriots
like,
at home, Dolphins can't score.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like I get where your head's at,
And
but
nobody else is going to pick them because
like,
they're busy picking.
yeah,
they're
but you have to see
gonna win.
you have to see the big difference. You're picking teams that are like slightly above 50% to win, where like I'm advocating for the Chiefs that are a pretty heavy favorite,
like
and
Chiefs.
no one's gonna pick them.
Right.
Right. It's just a matter of like future planning of whether or not it harms our.
If we
Chiefs,
understand that
to
the
be
future
honest-
planning is a way less consideration than the field thinks it is, and if that's true, then picking KC is a smash.
Yeah, I personally think like strategy
it's
wise,
hard to know
I think strategy wise,
exactly.
future planning is a luxury that you're afforded when you have multiple picks.
Yeah.
So like you just spread your
and
exposure.
we don't know for sure.
I think you
No,
guys
of course,
talked me into not Seattle this week only because of future planning and using them when they use play the Bears.
Well, so that's something that that I think is worth noting is that no matter who we pick this week, we'll have 2 of 3 at least between Baltimore, Seattle, and Kansas City to hold for that Christmas slate. So that pool of 2 will become a pool of 1. Right. Most likely somewhere in between, but again, it's like it just like doesn't really matter because these teams are all susceptible to lose. Like,
it's just a matter of
each one of those teams has let us down in previous weeks, with the exception of KC. Like we've lost with Baltimore, we've lost with Seattle. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Whenever you're trying to reserve these, so you just try to set yourself up for that nice middle where it's like. This team is a pretty big favorite at home, and the exposure to them is like sub 20%.
Yeah, well, that was what the Jets was when we picked them. Like Jets were taking 11%, and they were a pretty big favorite because most people hammered the Bengals.
Thursday games are fun to key on because
I liked Falcons.
Yesterday's game was untouchable. If you watch that game, no part of you would say I liked Falcons. Oh my God. They did everything in their power to lose the fucking game.
I serve. I swag and I serve.
The Bucs were just like completely dominant. I wouldn't say dominant. That's not fair. But like they were scoring at will, just the way that Atlanta was responding. And when Cousins threw that final interception with 1:30 left, it's like, okay, bro, you're fucking overcooked here.
Right.
All they have to do is figure out a way to run out the clock, and they just don't.
Hey, Kirko, he take no names, man.
I mean, giving him the ball back was you got what you got.
It's kind of crazy as if the guy I forget who intercepted the ball, but if he would have just knocked it down, they probably lose because now they get the ball so much closer. They're in field goal range,
Right.
But instead, he catches the interception, gets tackled, and now they had that penalty, that holding
Vegas
penalty.
phone call?
Yeah,
push it
backed
back.
them up. Yeah,
but
yeah.
like they might not get it because they just run it 3 times and then kick a field goal.
Right.
And then,
Yeah. You're spot on. Yeah, a lot of variance went both
Right.
ways. It was an overtime game. Atlanta scored a touchdown on the first possession. All of these things are like
Right.
untouchable whenever you're
Imagine
like
if we
looking
had
in
Atlanta,
hindsight.
we would have been going nuts though.
Like,
I
don't
would've
get me
choked
wrong.
whoever's idea it was.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think the Chiefs are like the nicest pick this week. But like, if we weren't going to take the Chiefs for whatever reason, like I see, because at least with the Jags, you never want to take them again. Like this might be the only week they're considered.
I'm just trying to argue
Same
with
with
you.
Bears,
I don't think
though.
this is the only week you want to take them. I don't think you ever want to take them.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Like,
They lost. I think they lost their identity.
yeah, I
Like,
was talking to ODB yesterday. He's like, I'm kind of high on the Broncos. He's like, this is a good week to get them out of the way. And I'm thinking, like, get them out of the way. Like, they're in the fucking bin, my guy. Like, they're out of the way. We're not.
they put themselves out of the
But
way.
that's the argument. I don't think they're in the bin. They're actually outperforming. They're
The
playing,
Broncos?
The Broncos. They won 2 games.
I mean,
They're way outperforming. They're coming off a Jets win. Who are they playing this week?
but that's why they're in the bin, man. Because like a team that wins that's unexpected to win does not become attractive.
I mean, they're running a high. They're just playing football.
That doesn't make you want to bet on them.
The Broncos are playing the Broncos are playing the Raiders at home.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I
like
don't-
it's a game that they could win, but like, do you want to bet your
Look,
life
I don't
on
know
that?
shit about football, but the overall sentiment that I've gotten over the last 30 minutes.
You're frozen.
Oh, well, at least you can hear me.
Yeah.
Is that the Bears seems to be like an overall theme. Like Platt and Hanks really like the Bears. It seems like you guys aren't too scared.
Don't
of the
hate the
Bears.
Well,
I
they're
feel like
they're not a very good team, but they have a good matchup this week. And it's attractive because they won't be very owned. And again, like
And they have a
Conrad,
quarterback that's has a
talented.
potential to be very
and
good.
I'd rather have.
and like they were saying, like you're not really going to use them otherwise, unless they caught a ton
Well-
of fire and we needed them for Christmas.
Yeah, I was
Whatever
gonna say,
happens,
that's the
I just
problem.
hope
We
we
would
make
need
the-
them for Christmas if we pick the other way, probably.
Well, we would only
Or
need
use
them
them.
if like Seattle fell off and they got hot.
Or we use the other two teams in the
Well,
middle.
like by numbers, when it comes to like the total for higher lowers and then point spread, like the Broncos actually make sense as -3 with a higher lower of 35.5. You know, because if you're taking,
I don't think that matters as much as money line.
Lowers.
Well, if
We just need the money line here.
well,
All the over under matters is like higher low scoring.
well, that's what I'm saying is like if it's projected to be a lower scoring game than a -3 with 45.5 total points, it's probably like the -3 for the 35 is worth more because points are harder to come by.
Yeah, I understand.
Is
what
that
you're saying.
valid?
Yeah, but like really, all you care about when you're thinking about this stuff is what are the odds of just winning outright.
What's the money line on them?
The money line is like what's most indicative
The
because
money
it's going to
line
give you the true
is-
odds.
Yeah. How do you do both? Okay, the money line for the Jaguars is -155, and then the money line for the Broncos is -150.
Right. So
But
like,
that's just based off of like public betting, right?
sort of.
Hey,
I mean, it
there's
moves.
an
Like
op-
market moving.
There's an opening and then it moves as public bets.
They seem relatively equal when it comes to money line, but so I guess if you're looking at the higher lowers, Denver makes sense
Well, when you say makes sense, it's like compared to what?
compared to like being a total score of 35.5 versus 45.
You really don't look.
I don't think that matters all that much.
You're making up a formula here.
Why? But if there's 35 total points scored
That's just.
and it's
Because-
-3,
Because Landon, you're not betting on. I understand what you're saying in the sense that like points are a premium and
Yeah.
the Broncos are effectively.
I'm just saying that's
laying
what
more
the
points?
numbers says. Like this isn't some convoluted nonsense.
But you understand that we're not betting the spread. All we care about is the odds that a team wins.
Correct, and they are the same.
Right. So it's just like I don't. All you're saying is that like between those two teams, between the Jags and the Broncos might be more attractive, but neither one of them are very attractive.
I still think Chiefs is the best pick. I think we should take Chiefs.
I understand. Like you can't keep changing the
How does
conversation.
this work, you guys? Like, do you guys just take a vote right before on Saturday or something?
We mostly default to Sam because he has the model that he's able to actually get the data from.
We never really been like had
This torn.
this torn. Right. It's kind of just been like, okay, we'll just do this.
I also just like personally don't want to interject any of my own personal bias because I don't think it's worth anything.
We're not sharp.
Exactly.
I just literally want to see numbers.
That's why I didn't say any. I usually don't say anything because, like, what do I know?
Right, like
not
if you tell
sports bettors.
If you tell me that like team A is worth $10 and team B is worth $8, and the only difference. Well, if it's like a difference of like future game, then like maybe we weigh that and make a decision.
Right.
But if it's just like raw data of like one makes a little bit more money than the other, then pick that one.
I guess like side point when it comes to the strategy of mapping versus not mapping. Like injuries are still very real, you know. So you save a team, they get injured, they were supposed to be your pick, but now someone gets hurt.
That's why mapping is like.
I feel like mapping is kind of scam.
Of course, that's what we did last year when we didn't know any better.
And then we got scammed. We scammed ourselves.
We didn't scam ourselves. We got on a holiday game. Like, we just saved Detroit, and Detroit lost.
Right, or you save a team like Kansas City, and then Mahomes gets hurt.
Yeah.
Right. So I think Chiefs.
But like
Monday,
to your point, like I wanted to use Pittsburgh early last year. We kept saving them for like week 18, and by the time week 18 rolled around, they would have been such a fucking dicey pick.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, it kind of is what it is. We can wrap on that and move on. Let's.
Love sports ball.
Man, we really exhausted it today. Let's just wrap, I guess.
You don't want to do a quick in the muck?
Yeah, I do.
Let's try to break the record. 10 minutes. Bang.
Did we have one this week or no?
We had one from.
Yeah,
you
we
still
did
have
one.
that sim?
No, I have one. I have
one.
one. I'm asking if we had done one.
We did one. Yeah.
We did do one this
Yeah.
week. Do you want to do another one? I'm asking you for the sake of shorts.
No, I'm okay on shorts, so we're good.
Okay, if you're okay on shorts, then let's bag it because it's always good to just have more in the chamber for next week.
Man.
So we can talk the announcement of Runner next week, the In the Muck that we have.
Runner.
And also working on a couple special guests. I think Andrew Barber is going to join us at some point next week as well. So we're going to get into those political betting markets.
The political muck.
Oh,
I'm
man.
Sure you guys,
I can't wait.
You guys got to be ready for that.
I'll be off that episode.
We've turned into a gambling show.
Hell yeah.
I don't know when we weren't. I don't know why we weren't always a gambling show.
That's what Friday is.
Of course.
This is what Friday is.
The important thing that I hope everybody watching understands, because like we all love this because we don't know shit.
Right.
Right? And that's what's fun.
None of this is financial advice.
Right. That's what's fun is that like we're just literally throwing out our own opinions and don't know. Like Efro's probably killing himself watching this as a professional sports bettor. But hey, Efro, anytime you want to come on and be a sharp, like we would love to have you.
He won't answer your phone call, but you can come on.
We truly don't know anything, and like the speculation is the fun part. And honestly, you know, in the past, maybe we've been a little bit too harsh on some of the poker podcasts that are out there because they might be in the same boat where they just love the game, they don't know all that much, and they want to fucking chop it up for an hour a day.
Exactly.
Let them. I'm here for it.
Also, the anti-sweat is great.
The
Like I'm
anti-sweat's gonna be
actually
so good.
watching games that I would never watch just
God,
because I want them to lose.
Yes. The rooting against the team is so much better than rooting for. Because the letdown if they win is so much less than the letdown of your team losing.
Right.
It's just terrible. All right, that's going to do it for us.
With that this week.
Exactly. That's going to do it for us today. We got a big sweat coming up this weekend, so be sure to tune into all the NFL games. WSOP Europe is going on. The main event is going to begin, I believe, on Sunday. The High Roller is wrapping up today, I believe. Actually, so I think that starts Saturday. Jeff and Brent didn't get a chance to plug it, but they're going to be on the call tomorrow. I'm actually doing commentary with Ali Najad on Sunday. Nice. So if you guys get the chance to watch those streams, be sure to tune in. We'll be back Monday, noon Pacific, as always, with some special guests. We'll see you guys all then.
Later, squad.
Peace.
Peace.